Hello. All right, so after a long day of work, meetings, preparation, I literally, let me see here. Let me see. Let me do like some type of placement. Okay, so this thing is like tripping. Can you guys see? 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 Uh, who's watching? Hello. So whoever's watching, hi, how are you? Um, there you go. There you go, guys. Okay, so what's really happening in Monrovia, everyone? Okay, so today's conversation is really about what really is happening in Monrovia. If you guys have been paying attention to the news, you will understand that the ambassador to Liberia, Margarity, um, talked heavily about Monrovia City being dirty. Okay, and the whole year of like let's say 175 years was referenced in his conference. Thank you. You know, 175 years of this country since Joseph Jinky Roberts' time, right? This country has been very reliant on foreign aid, of course, to reliant on not just financial aid, but like assistance with building, structuring, other things. So the good old ambassador said the place is very dirty, and again, it's not political. This is just a conversation I'm having with you guys, and I would like to get your feedback. So the good old ambassador said the place is very dirty. Monrovia is very dirty, and the good old mayor, not a good mayor. There's nothing good about the good. That nothing good about the mayor. So that the mayor said that the ambassador was supposed to reach out to him before giving the speech. So I'm reading and I'm asking myself, I'm reading the article and I'm going back and forth in my own head, like, okay, if you're doing your job, the good ambassador wouldn't say your place was dirty and it wouldn't need clarification. Anyways, I'm just analyzing. So the truth is, I was in Liberia for 5 weeks, okay? 5 weeks. And out of those 5 weeks, I went to Monrovia because 4 out of 5 days in the week, I drove through Monrovia to go to work, to go to my farm, to go to my construction sites, to go have meetings. I visited the whole city pretty much. It's a tiny city as far as square meters and miles, whatever you want to radius and however way you want to describe it. It's just a small city where a lot of people are so congested. So many people want to live in Monrovia. So I went over there and I saw. So I'm listening to the speech and I'm reading the articles that came out of Front Page Africa, and I'm telling myself, where is the lie? I'm trying to really find the lies. Maybe this guy was lying. Maybe he was just he didn't know what he was saying, just trying to put like bread down, whatever. I'm just really trying to figure out what he was saying. So I had to tell myself, well, what did I observe? Well, what exactly did I observe to know if to see if this man's statements were invalid or just attacks on Monrovia City? My little assessment, based on me being there said the good old ambassador is correct. Okay, the good old ambassador is correct. So I would like to get your feedback, all of you guys who are watching. In your experience, since I don't know, you've been to Liberia, you read something, you seen something, you see some images, is Monrovia clean? Please, I would like to know if Monrovia is clean. And not by clean, okay? There are measures to that. By clean, I'm talking about piles of trash, okay? Trash, okay? that is just in pockets of the country, pockets of of the city, please, the city. In your experience, would you say, since you've been there, is the cleanest place on earth, the cleanest place that you've ever been? I would definitely love to know, because I'm just like sitting and just like wondering, like, what is a lie about this speech that this man give? Like, where's the lie? I would love to see the lie. And so if you've been, I would like to know what your experience was, what you observed. And if Monrovia is clean, I would love to hear from you. If Monrovia is dirty, I would love to hear from you, because I'm still trying to process what the man said I was so wrong. So yeah, so if you guys if you guys have anything to add to this conversation, I would love to hear it. So if you're watching, have you been to Monrovia? Have you read anything? Do you think it's the cleanest place on earth? I would definitely like to know. Yeah, so you guys tell me. You guys tell me. I would like to know. Don't be boring, okay? Just tell me. If you've never been, don't lie. Just say, I never been to Monrovia. I would love to go. Never been. And it's good. It's all good. But is Monrovia the cleanest city you've been to in the whole country? Like, please tell me, okay? I would like to know. Anyone? Yes or no? If Monrovia is the cleanest place you've been, give me a thumbs up. I think that would be a much better thing to do than to have you guys writing. It's actually very troubling to have heard. Hi, how are you? It's actually very troubling to have heard the rep say, "Oh no, you should have clarified with me. That's not how it is." Da, 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 da. We have to start being honest with things. We have to start being honest about things, okay? There's a difference between false optimism and the optimism, okay? You can be optimistic all day, but the reality still stands. And I'm speaking to myself as well. Like, you guys know my channel is about encouraging people to go back to Liberia, to invest, because obviously the opportunities are there. As an investor, I do see the opportunities. As a Liberian, I see thank you for your feedback. As a Liberian, I see, I want the best for the country, and as an investor, I see opportunities as well. So I talk about these things on my channel. However, we need to be very honest with ourselves. Hi, Alvin. How are you? We need to be very honest with ourselves. We need to understand that people need to be accountable for what they do, for their actions, and how they govern, and how they work, and how they see the country. All of these things are very vital to this country's development. So some of us, we can sit on this thing all day to talk about go to Liberia and this and that, but the fact remains that people need to do their job. The conversation is, the citizens of Liberia needs to stop throwing trash. Okay. There are two sides to this story, okay? Two sides in my observation, okay? If the citizens are to stop throwing trash, where do you want the trash to go? Please, I would really love to know. And then again, I'm not excusing citizens from throwing trash, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Where does it go? Where you guys live in the United States, Canada, outside, let's just say the diaspora, like let's say outside of Liberia. When you go to a park, you have a cans, okay, trash cans, where people can just put water bottle, or you have a dumpster. You go to like the park, wherever you go, there's something there that you could potentially put your trash in, okay? Where in the city of Monrovia do you see that? I would really like to know, because I think I'm very clueless here. Thank you. I think I'm very clueless, because I did look all around Sincor Belt, Congo Town, all of Congo Town, most, because I was there. I checked, I didn't see it. So now, as a person, this is my house, or I'm XYZ place, and I have a lot of trash, for example, where do you want me to put it? I want to know. I really want to know. Where do you want me to put it? As I was traveling in Liberia, I would drink my water bottle and I put it in my bag. The guys would be laughing. Oh, EJ, this. Call me EJ. Oh, EJ, people throwing trash everywhere. And I said, look, I have to be an example of what I want to see. But that's just me, right? But everyone else in my mind, where are these people going to pull the trash? I did that because I'm very used to it. I want to set an example to take my trash put my trash in my bag, go to my house and put it in my trash can. But everyone don't have that mentality, and secondly, everyone don't have that access to trash can. So if the people don't have access to that, where do they pull the trash? Me, I really want to know. I would love to know. Because if we're saying that citizens must be responsible for the trash, absolutely. Where must that trash go is my question. I would love to know. I would love people to answer me and tell me, because when we run our mouths and say, oh, the people just putting trash all over the street, or where do we want the people to put the trash? A lot of businesses in Syncor, as I'm heading to foreign affairs side and other areas, people are cleaning and sweeping their business surroundings. I observe that very carefully. Cleaning, but I'm asking myself, where are these people gonna put the trash? Like, so what they do, they clean and then they pile it up next to their site or their business. I'm like, okay, that makes sense that this person cleaned. However, where would this person put it? Honestly, I'm so puzzled, and I'm still trying to figure out where we expect these citizens to put the trash. So if you know the answer, please let me know, because I'm so clueless. The common problem is the common problem is we are lacking accountability and creativity when it comes to this trash issue. Okay, when I talk about accountability, people are just to shift blame. You are a leader somewhere, and this is a big problem, but you want to shift blame to here, to here, to here. No, be accountable that, hey, I didn't put a good system in place. This is why we have trash running out of control in the city of Monrovia, that we see as, this place to live. Everybody wants to live in each other's nose. It's not clean. That's the fact. So I thought about it for a second. Singapore, of course, one of the cleanest places in Denmark, and Kigali, and in terms of Africa, Kigali and Rwanda. There are places that are obviously very, very clean, and people would say the citizens are kept accountable in Kigali. Yeah, well, let me tell you this, the truth of the fact. I do business in Kigali, so I know that. The truth of the fact is, these citizens that are cleaning on the street, they do have a place to dispose the trash. They have a place to dispose the trash. So you see the Rwandan president Kagame walking and helping to clean, blah blah blah. Those people know where they're taking the trash. In Monrovia, they don't have no access to anything else. Okay, so they pile it up. They pile it up, pile it up, pile it up, pile it up. We need a system to convert trash to energy. Let me just tell you guys today. You need a system not to just pile up trash, to convert trash to something else. That they do this in other places. That's how it becomes more sustainable, and it can be turned into a business. Okay, you can't keep piling trash at burnout farms. Okay, burnout farm. It's not going to work, because at the end of the day, it's going to pile up. You're going to make people sick, and you don't have any other way to do anything else with it. And now they're going to look for another site to pile up. it's just the problem will continue to exist, because you know why? You're putting a band-aid on a wound that needs to be healed. In this case, you need to find a sustainable way to convert your trash to something else. Energy, for example. Recycling is very important. These are some of the things that people need to really ask a mayor, representative, whoever wants to make sure that Monrovia is nice and clean. These are the things that must be considered. Okay. So the people make excuses. Well, I mean, there are just so many things that you can do with waste. I'm telling you, I have done my research over and over. I have actually contacted a waste management system here in Oregon. I've actually been to their site. Look, I cannot do everything in Liberia. I have other priorities. At the same time, people who are in charge to take care of these things should take care of it. Okay. Accountability, creativity, putting your country first. Putting your country first should be a top priority. In this case, Monrovia City. So we are over here encouraging investors, which I will always encourage investors. I love my country. But the truth remains. The truth is that the place needs to be welcoming also, okay? Monrovia City needs to welcome people. And by welcoming, you need to give the place a lift. A lift, okay? You don't want to be driving and you see the trash here, you see the trash here, you see the trash here, and you want to keep blaming citizens when the root cause of the problem, there's no access for them to put it in. And the second issue with that, let's say you have trash cans all over the county or the city, you go back now to the second. I talk about accountability, okay? Now you need to enforce the rule, the law, whatever you have, blah, blah, blah. You need to enforce. So now the citizen now become the people that you're going to be enforcing them to put in the trash can. If they don't put in the trash can, there has to be consequence. And who would reinforce those consequences? Are people in authority. Simple mathematics. So it's hard to say it's a citizen's fault. It's very, very hard to say that. And as puzzled I can be, it's just a simple solution. It's a simple solution. You know, a lot of these things, honestly, it requires funding, okay? Funding. But there is still there's still room and things to do to get funding. Okay? I don't need to talk to anyone to talk about taxing businesses. Okay? I don't need to do that. You can still raise money to fund your city, your big city, Monrovia, that's the face of your country. You still can raise money to sustain, but because you don't have love for your country, so you give excuses, and even if the money is there, you still don't have love for your country. So all you do now is to give excuses. Do you need money to have integrity? I don't think so. Do you need money to be accountable? I don't think so. So please, people, spare me the citizen need to do this, the citizen under that. No. The people who have the upper hand and have access to those funds needs to be held accountable, and they need to do their job. You know, I don't like talking politics on my channel here at all, but I read Liberia news every single day. And when I come across something, I shake my head all the time. I don't need to be shaking my head all the time about white people. I talk about this all the time. The deep-rooted problem of that country is lack of accountability. Secondary, which can become first, no love for the country. Because if you did love your country, you will put it first. You will not put your interest first. But we move. Let's see. Okay, so all right, let me read some comments, you guys. You guys are being active now. Okay, you're like okay. Thank you. Okay, what's up? Okay, absolutely true. Greetings, Zawadi. Hello. We move. The government really need to put system together. Absolutely, system. Zawadi. Hello, my family. There has to be a designated area for trash. The whole situation of Liberia is like having a beautiful living room. Treating has to be done. Ghana try putting on small garbage replacement receptacle, but people keep stealing them. But it's how now it's getting better, of course. Yeah, okay. You should do what Singapore does in another way. They trash and use the trash to build up the shoreline against river erosion. That's financially taxing though. I was asking the same question also. You could use pressure plus heat, turn the trash into diamonds. I have to do a research on that. Also, Liberia needs to stop accepting trash from foreign countries. That is a huge problem. True. Excuses. We have the means to put a recycling system in that country. Singapore, Canada, United States. They find you $100 if you litter. But that's another story. In my city, they have fines if someone's property is not kept clean within reasons, of course. Everything that is operated by the government is always taken advantage by the employees. Waste management needs to be a private entity. Thank you. We move. One of my friends got fined because his grass grew too high. Do you know how the government can solve this issue? Simple: pay the people who are enforce these laws, pay them regularly, leaving no room for corruption. Sorry. It's so troubling. Somebody did say it needs to be privatized. Absolutely agree. Because if you can't handle this, then you need to make sure that a private company is taking over it. But a private, I'm not saying go get company from Europe to come take over it. That's not what I'm saying. Because obviously if I'm from Europe and I have a company, I'm going to charge you millions of dollars to take care of your trash problem. But no, you have capable people on the ground to take care of this. You need to pay them. You need to reinforce. You need to do a follow-up. You need to be held accountable if you're not doing your job. Simple as it is. So we have all these issues. And people are just having these excuses that, the citizens need to clean the place up. The citizens need to clean the place. Yeah, of course, private in terms of government owned, Liberian owned, of course. I was talking to somebody recently about the issue of the lights on the runway, at the airport. I was saying, they need to private. The reason why, because you have one electric company in the whole place, so they can bluff. When LDC ready to wear a skirt and be bluffing, oh my goodness, it's too much. Who is competing with this entity? None. Okay, so you're having all this problem at this runway where you generated so much money from that place, and you're still having problems. But now you don't want to privatize. You don't want to make it a private thing. You can get a private company to take care of it. You can. You really can. But me, if I'm so greedy, okay, I don't care if they are private companies, my friend. I will not bring them because I'm so greedy. I want the money. I want all the money. Do you see the problem? So nothing gets done. That's why I say you must have love for your country. That is the root of all of this. And now, if you do have love for your country and you're receiving millions and millions of dollars, you can still get paid and still have love for your country and still do what it is that you're put in power to do. Or let's say you're a private company, you still must do what it is that you're put in power to do. But you don't have love for your country, you won't do it. Because you know why? You only care about yourself, which is suffering a lot of us. And if people have this mentality, Well, if the previous people didn't do it, why would I do it? You don't love your country. You never loved your country. You're only in this place because of your self-interest. And that is what killing us every single day. And it's very, 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 very sad. Because some of us here, we come over here, well, I come on my channel. I encourage all of you. I do what I do in Liberia. I'm just one person. It takes a collective effort from higher places also to help in this movement. I can sit here, I can hire 42 people, I can hire 102 people. In my construction company, we have about 72 staff members. In other places, and I try, the goal is to have more Liberians employed. But I am just one person. One person, okay? It's not enough. So, the people who know they can do more should do more. But there's no love there. You see, I'm very passionate about Liberia. You see, I love my country. I don't care how poor it is. I love my country. And that's reflected in my work. That does not mean business only. That's reflected in my humanitarian work. I need to make visible to this channel. It's reflected. You must love your country, and it needs to show, and it starts with Monrovia City. Let's see. Monopoly is an everyday activity. Like, thank you. I said this recently on my channel. Everything is monopolized. It's crazy to me. Crazy to me. Not meaning to go off topic. Are you ever going to do a show on the mining sector? I try not to hit that topic. It's a little sensitive topic. I don't want to get there yet. But eventually it's somewhere. But I've definitely had conversations around it though. Is there an institute in Liberia to teach the installation of solar panels? I don't know of an institution. However, I do know individual entities, like smaller scale companies who are very, very capable of doing it. Okay. For electricity, you can use either solar panels, wind farms, ocean turbines to help generate electricity. I mean, if you look at a country like a little country like Denmark, wind turbines. That's what the whole little country, that's what they use. And guess what? It's very, very sustainable. But let's take for example. People say, well, Zawadi or Emma, whatever you want to call it. Liberia has 6 months of rain and six months of sun. I'm sure that's the same applicable in most places. There's rain and there's sun, okay? But guess what? Solar panel can still operate 6 months out of the year in terms of sun. But that's not the only way though. Like somebody just mentioned wind turbines. You want to tell me you cannot look at other alternatives? When this one LEC hasn't worked for years and years and actually has caused problem, it's like you have this employee who continue to make mistakes and you just keep them there. So how are you looking for solutions? If one, you have not trained the employee, right? Or two, the employee keeps doing the same thing. You write goals for them, you teach them, you show them, they keep doing the same thing, and you still keep them on the job. This is what it is. So people are just not doing their jobs and they're not held accountable for them. It's just simple. And we are losing as a country. People are leaving the place. Airlines are leaving and some of us cannot travel to go and help the country. Do you see a lot of issues? But anyway, let's just go back to trash because I'm a little bothered about it. So when we go out there on media, social media, platforms such as Instagram, Facebook, and all these things, I'm sure they are very much aware. They go to other. Okay, so when I travel, when I travel to, I went to Thailand, and I observe and observe and observe and observe, and I came back and I can analyze the whole culture. The people travel. The people travel and they can see. You travel to Ghana, you see Ghana. You travel to America, you see. A lot of them travel to the United States. A lot of them travel to Europe. A lot of them travel to other places, and they can see what's happening there. So you want to tell me these people travel all over this place? They can't see the good things that other country has to offer. They can see it. They know a lot of these better strategies in place that needs to be in place to accommodate people in the country and the country, but they just refuse. No love for the country. I'm plain blank. No love for the country. These alternatives are there. Okay. There was a very very I'm exaggerating of Mr. Donald Trump. There's a company that wanted to do something very great in our country when it comes to agriculture, and to put thousands and thousands of people to work. The company here is probably worth $300+ million, and they decided they wanted to do something in Lofa County. Okay, listen to me for a second. Oh, listen to me for a second. But somebody decided, you know what? I want $1 million before you can even step your foot to Liberia. So as a person now who owns a $350 million company, and you are putting your interest first and asking me for $1 million, do you think I'm gonna go there to invest? Are you kidding me? The $1 million you're asking me for is your own interest, not interest of the people. So this individual knows that this thing will benefit the people of Liberia, but they decide they want to request for $1 million for themselves. So as an owner of this business, I'm not going to that country. It's just a simple mathematics. My point here is that the people know what is beneficial for the country. They just don't want to do it. It's just a simple common sense that they don't love the country. That is all. But you know, I really try my best to stay away from politics. But the thing that I've got to understand over the years is that politics does have a lot to do with us. And I learned this in the great state of Oregon, the great state of California. I've learned this because when you're in managerial positions, you see things differently. When I have been a manager in healthcare in this country, I see why healthcare is more of a business than people trying to help you. Okay, and so now I see a lot. Okay, and a lot of times it's self-interest. Okay, it's self-interest. In this case, Liberia and her trash issues and her light issues and this issue is because of self-interest, not the country's interest. So we don't move because I don't like it. All right, let's see. Funny story. I was that's alternatives. The alternatives, they were very much aware of these alternatives. Just like they're very much aware that agriculture projects would have brought so many jobs for our people. That person decided they would be very selfish. We don't move because it's unacceptable. Okay. So funny story. I was just discussing with my elder brother on a waste management business plan I have, and he told me it's not possible unless you are looking at it from a minimum skill level, where you would say, you know what, I'm gonna target it by regions. So I tend to put things in quadrant when I'm working on Liberia. I tend to put things Bushra Island, Montgomery County, and I kind of put things in like 4 quadrants. So in this case, if you're looking at waste management across Liberia, you cannot target the whole country. You must target parts of the country. So in a sense, for example, you can take a look at Kakata, for example. Let's say, okay, your focus would be Kakata. You privatize it. If it's $2 per household, you privatize it. You speak with authority, and that comes with mayors that are not even elected. Okay? Mayors, people in charge, in power, whatever, you combine and form a partnership with them. As a business entity, you could say, if you reinforce this, I give 20%. Okay? I give 20% of the collection. It's up to you. Now, 40% is what they think they'd like to ask for. Okay? Giving you guys secret. I don't know if it's secret or this is not. I'm letting you know. You target it from that perspective and give them 40%, 20%, as long they are going to benefit. Then the money you're to charge each household, it will be enforced because you know why? I'm getting 40%. Just think about it for a second. But you cannot go and target waste management from a larger, a bigger perspective. It needs to be on a small scale. Start here, see how it works. Pilot it. Do a pilot study. Pilot it and see, okay, if I charge $2 per household and have a landfill and have machines and converting this to energy, converting this to material, converting to whatever it is, if I charge per household to collect the trash and take it to this place, right? This collection, going there and picking it up. Or if I say, you know what, people, members should go and take it there. Taking it there, they're not going to, because the first thing, nobody's going to complain about transportation. So you need to think about going to go get it. Okay. Go and reinforce that people put their trash right outside and put it in a bag, and you will pick it up. And it's $2 per household. Once a month, it's up to you how you want to structure it. But I think my point is you can only target it on a small scale as your start. And if it's successful in that county or in that specific little place that you target, then you can say, I'm going to move to the next place. This is the only way a private little company can do waste management. Because you cannot do it. You can't go to Monrovia County right now and say you're going to take care of the whole thing without money, millions of dollars. Okay? Small scale. You guys saw me on my channel recently, and we talked about 20 investors for resorts, okay? Hotel type of thing. And we got those 20 investors. I cannot tell you the detail of the project right now, but we are great. It's very doable and it's very possible. However, you cannot think too large. You have to stay within capacity. You can't go above your capacity. You start small, it generates momentum, then you move to the next place. And then people are going to see. The thing though is that a lot of times these areas are suffering because they're not collecting. My light turned off. Oh my goodness, hold on, yeah. I need to get my phone to turn my light on though. Oh my god, my phone is right there. So obviously. Shit. Hold on, let me and light on my phone, so you guys hold on. I gotta get up. Oh boy. And second, I'm gonna be going out for dinner, so you guys are going to be at the lot. What the hell is happening here? Oh, I see. Okay, so turn my light off also. Yeah, guys. Hold on. Okay. So, all right. So, what was I saying? I've lost my thought. All right. So, it needs to come from a small scale perspective, and then you kind of move on to other areas and see how that will work. And again, the same thing you did in the other place. If it's successful in one place, you're gonna already know how to go about it. Okay, let's see. Let me read the comments here. Okay, yeah, obviously, the electricity, yeah. I'm praying that the next generation of leaders will love the country more than self-interest. Yeah, that is my hope. All these things. I have conversation with my dad all the time, and he said, Emma, you can make a change in that country, but my daughter, I'm so scared for you. Look, this stuff is not rocket science. You don't need a rocket scientist to solve these issues. A lot of it is, like I said, is you cannot put self-interest. If you want to find solutions, you can't keep putting self-interest. Okay, you just can't. You can't. Oh. Okay, see. I will be going for dinner soon. What time is it? I'm almost time for me to go for dinner. Okay, let's see. Okay, yeah. Liberia's electricity could be solved in a year. I think, I don't know if in a year, like, are you saying like the whole country? It's not that it's a big country anyway. Huh. I would like to see your plan for that. All right, let's see. Yeah, which is exactly what I've told him. The plan I have covers the entire process. The startup cost is about 20,000. I mean, if you're looking at a small, segment of the place. I spoke with the mayor of Burville, and this is something that was on his agenda. Obviously, you're looking at funding, and he's very open to private investors coming in. Like I said, I just cannot do everything. I have a lot of stuff to take care of. If you charge for trash, you could offer them discount to your diamond store after you turn trash into diamonds out to the beach. Or hold on, the beach after you use the trash to build. I'm done, dude. What's your phone number? Oh, my phone number. I don't talk about my phone number on here because trust me, people are gonna call me and I'm gonna be sleeping. And typically for me, when I have to get something done, I don't sleep, and it's not good for my health. So I can give you my email, obviously, and then you can email me, and then I can give you my phone number there. That way, everything is connected. Okay, guys. All African people are related. Yes, the whole country is small. The biggest obstacle is the government. I rest my case. Sorry. Um, you know, private companies can come and do so much. They can just do so much. But there needs to be that push. That needs to be that encouragement, and to give that security. That those things gotta be there. And as I have said, love for your country will get you far. If you don't have love for your country, it'll never work. At the end of the day, you only think about yourself. You only think about yourself. And then people tell you, oh, well, Emma, the people that were here before did not do it. So who are you? When the current government, when they first won, I had somebody actually contact me to be an administrator for JFK. You guys know my specialty, I talk about it on this channel, is healthcare. I got a call to go and run JFK. My dad also got a call for me to go and run JFK. This is pretty much open news. But the problem, my dad said, I listen to my dad though. My dad has no interest, always. He said, my daughter, do you want to die? I said, I know I'm gonna die, but hopefully not now. And that was his question only, and he stopped. And then I thought about it, and I said, Dad, we need to talk. What's up? You know, my dad's he's Liberian as the come. He would just he loved his country. I brought him here 2015. Well, before I graduated from my master's, so 2015 I brought my dad over here. He knows Liberia. He lived in Liberia. He worked there. His dad, my grandfather, actually went to school in Germany. Was a doctor before he went back home. He worked for JFK, and he died later on in life. But that's a different story. But that comes to it. So I spoke with my dad, and he said, "My dad, you want to die?" And I was like, "Not right now." But I had to think about what he meant. My dad meant that I have visions, right? A leader can have vision, but there can be a visionary. You can have the vision, but you need to be a leader to execute. My dad knows I have these qualities, but he tells me one thing. He said, when you go over there, you will want to change things, but people you work with wouldn't want you to change it. So that's where the reference to "do you want to die" comes in. Because it's gonna be like, who do you think you are? Even though it's beneficial for everyone else. So I will never forget. That's why I cannot run for anything public in Liberia. I cannot. I would rather make the change from a private sector perspective because I control that than to go and say, you know what? I'm gonna manage some type of hospital and have people that have been working there for a rack of ages, and they say, "You small guy, who are you?" Then, you know, God got me on this earth for a long time. Like my dad said, you don't want to die right now. It's not funny, you know. Actually, it's a sad reality, and I would not put myself into that kind of predicament. So you know what? I told the good old fellow, dear Mr. Blah blah blah. Thank you for your consideration. I just cannot work. I am not in the capacity to work, but I wish my country the best. I want my country to flourish. I want to see the best of my country. I just can't run anything in any capacity. American hospitals will really appreciate me if I work in quality, if I work in quality management, quality assurance, and go on later on to run it. But I cannot run my own country hospital. Sorry. Case closed. So, you know, it's sad. It's sad because I know I can. I don't want it though. So you guys, by the way, I don't want it. I know I can. I've done this. I have done this when I live in California. There's a hospital called Dignity Health. That hospital had issues with the whole emergency room, man. We went in there with leadership and teamwork and ability to navigate. We transformed that whole emergency room. So I can do it, but I'm not going to ever put my foot around it. Healthcare it's so dear to my heart, but I'll have to come from a private sector perspective, but it's not now. The healthcare business in Liberia for me is not now. It will be one day, but it's not now. My point also is one person cannot do everything. We all must find love in our heart to do stuff for our country. Not thinking one person is gonna solve all the problems. Mary Brock can solve all the problems, my people. That crew, my crew sister, that she cannot solve all our problems. One person cannot love the country. 2, 3, we must have a lot more people loving the country to say, you know what, that was wrong, okay? And be okay for them to say that was wrong and you're not even taking it to heart. But yes, this needs to be right for the country, and we'll make the country, the people in the country, they suffer because you don't love the country. So anyway, guys, I have to go eat. I made an appointment to go eat. After my meetings, I was gonna go eat. You know, I love to eat. um, so yeah, so this news that I saw today, and I mean the speech was recently, and I listened to the speech and I read and I went to other media pages, and the comments were more so, well, the people are like ready to clean the street, and the comments were actually balanced. There 50% people are saying, you know, this person, this mayor needs to be accountable, and 50% are saying, oh, the residents need to be accountable. And I'm just, you know, I'm trying to find the common issue, and I know the common issue, and it just is troubling that people don't see why citizens are not doing what they need to do. And I think that's a message. If you provide uh, access and things are not being done, then you can say the citizens. But there's no access. If you don't have jobs, people are not going to work. Do you understand that? If you don't have waste management system set up, people are not going to have a place to put trash. I mean, this is the common sense. So I'm just wondering why people think the residents need to be held accountable for this problem. They don't. They don't. And so anyway, we move to eating. Guys, take care. Have a blessed day. I do have a couple of videos coming up actually. People have been reporting that, you know, they're going to like brother sick, and so I have a video coming up with that, and she'll give you guys some tips what to do, and it's coming up. And I have part 3 of my construction segment, you know, just giving you guys like a breakdown on fees and next stages of a construction project, and you know, just to create a sense of understanding for you guys, like, okay, if I want to build this house, like, you know, how much should I budget approximately, you know, so you have an idea of how things are navigated. Again, it's free information. So all those videos coming up. What else? Oh, my construction, my entertainment center. I share a video, a picture on my community today on my YouTube channel. I'm very excited. We're gonna open this place this year, and it's a project that I can actually look back on. And I say, wow, I really work hard on this project. This project has actually come a long way. And my security, all thanks to my security, that place has been kept well. And so a lot of that content too is coming up. I appreciate all of you for sharing my videos. A lot of you share my videos and have allowed others to see, you know, the potential in the country, and, you know, the challenges, the issues, and how we can all contribute to them. And so I'm very grateful when I hear somebody say, oh, thank you, you know, I saw your video because of this X, Y, and Z. I'm more invested, and I'm very appreciative of that. So thank you all so much for sharing my content. I know this girl said in the chair all the time, she talk a lot. Trust me, it's very valuable information. So now that I'm about to go eat, you guys take care, be blessed. Call your friends, call your family, whoever it is, give them a big hug. Life is too short. I say this towards the end of my videos. I mean it. It's too short. You know, if you haven't heard from someone in you know, a long time, call them. Tell them you care for them. Doesn't do you any harm. All right, take care. Bye bye.